In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this cool neon glass effect. So I know you're loving the glass morphism and glass effects that you're seeing around in the design industry and community. And right now, I just love this style. You can see it's got a nice neon glow on my logo. And then obviously we got sort of this nice fade with this cool lighting on the shape there on the square, which can work for like icons, it can work for designs, illustrations, plenty of stuff. So let's go and make this. First up, what you want to make sure that you have a dark background for contrast. So you've got this sort of navy bluish dark color. I've also gone ahead and using my main blue color for my brand, and then also just adding a lighter version of these colors. So a cool trick I do is I select this color, go to color glide, and then you want to select show warm or cool in the drop down. And then what you want to do is you want to locate typically the shades or the monochromatic. You can select that and then it will give you these colors here. And that's how I came up with these two like purpley bluey colors, which is cool. So first up, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a square. So I'm going to drag out a square like this. I'm going to make it that, bluey color, which is fine. And then what I like to do is go to object and envelope distort, make with warp. This allows me to create a cool effect to make inflate this square. So if you go to the warp options and click on style, you want to go down to inflate and inflate it by 20% or 10% is fine. As you can see here, bending it and press OK, it sort of makes it bulge out. It's got a nice effect. So once I'm happy with that, I'll click on object, go down to expand, and I'm going to click expand. This is going to allow me to expand that effect that we just had and turn it back into a shape. Then what I'm going to do is press A for the direct selection tool, the white little arrow. And I'm just going to select and then drag the little circles on the corners to round it off. So I don't want to go too far. I want to keep that square shape. I'm just going to round it like that. And now you can we get this box. I can also make it a little bit more wider just to make it look nicer. So first up, what we want to do is we want to use the appearance panel. So you can open the appearance window in the window section, and we're going to basically add a lot of layers. And the way we do this is we're going to have to add a fill. So we're going to click add fill. And for this one, I'm just going to select the background color. And this basically means we have a shape with the background color, as you can see there. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to start to add some layers. So I'm going to go to effects, and then I'm going to go to stylize and click inner glow. This will start to add a glow on the edge of that shape. So the fill is the same color as the background, so it makes it look like it's translucent. And then we're going to start to add these glow effects on the edges. So you want to make sure that it's not on center, but on edge. Click the preview button. And for this first one, I'm going to bump up the opacity. So probably not 100%, but maybe 70%. And we're going to bump the blur up. So I'm holding down shift. And if you click the arrows, it's going to go up by 10 instead of going up by 1 if I put my mouse over it and left clicking. So if you want to go up by 10, you hold shift and click. So you don't want to go too far in. You sort of want to go around 30 pixels is fine, even 40, just so we get a nice little size for there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click the white swatch and I'm going to select one of these colors. So I'm going to go to my click color swatches and go down to my blue color I have and click OK. This will make that glow effect blue. I can make it any other color. If I want to go green, that's fine, or like whatever is your brand color. You can use basically anything. So I'm going to go back to blue, press OK, and then press OK. What I'm going to do now is we want to make, you can see the inner glow is in the fill now, right? So what I'm going to do is click the inner glow and click the plus button. This is going to duplicate that same effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top section, the inner glow on the top layer, and I'm going to left click that. And it's going to basically open the option menu again for this. And for this one, I'm going to drop down the opacity and I can decrease the blur as well. Like that, and press OK. You can leave it on normal, that's fine. I'm going to do the same thing again, make a duplicate. And for this one, I'm going to make it white. So go white. And this is going to be for the very edge. So for this one, we want to make sure the blur is on pretty low, maybe 8 or something. And then I'm going to bring the opacity to 100%. Just like that. And I'm just looking how it's looking right now. Okay, so maybe we should bring it to 90%. 80%, I think that might be cool. And maybe drop the blur to around 10. I think that's good. Beautiful. So we can see how it's looking right now. It's looking pretty cool. What we can also do is do it again. And this time we're gonna make it, the blur is gonna be even lower. So we'll make it probably 1 pixel or 2 pixels. And then basically that will sort of give us like an inner glow shadow that's very close to the edge. We could make a stroke and do it that way, but you know, this way looks a bit nicer in terms of the glow effect. And I'm gonna go 100%. See what that looks like. And you can check on the side what it's looking like. So I think it's looking really good. I can go and maybe go overlay, see what that looks like. So I'm just gonna test. Color dodge might work well as well. So just testing what it's looking like. And for this one, you can click one of these little purple colors. So I'm changing the color a little bit, as we can see there. I think it's looking fine, so I'm gonna press OK. And so now if I zoom in, you can see all these colors blending really nicely there. And if you feel like you need to edit anything, you can always turn off the glows. So if I go in here and zoom in and I just turn off one by one, you can sort of see the effects, how they're affecting the overall design. We've got this one. I might bump the blur on this one a bit more. We go 50, drop it to 60%. We've got this glow on top. So I'm just fine tweaking these. This one I can bump up the blur to like 20%. And I think that's looking a lot better. Beautiful. So now what I can do is I can grab my logo. So I'm just gonna scale it down. My logo into the middle there. What you want to do is go to your appearance panel, select your logo. Make sure your logo is like white or something. Keep it really simple. Click FX to add an effect. Click Stylize. And then go down to Outer Glow. And then with this, what you want to do, screen is fine. You can play around with the blending modes, but just click on the swatch and then change the color. So if you want it green or if you want it whatever, make it the same color as the square neon effect. So I'm going to click this neon blue, press OK. The opacity 100%, I can drop the blur. You can see it without no blur, but once you add the blur, you can make it really peak. But I think around 10 is fine, even maybe 12. Press OK. And now we can see what it looks like by itself. Amazing. Now you've got this cool effect and it looks really, really cool. And obviously, you know, you can play around with it and see how, you know, you can adjust some of the edges there, make it thinner, make it nicer. It all just depends on the style you want to go for. So that's how you make this neon glass effect in Illustrator. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Smash that like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm. And remember to subscribe because I post graphic design and branding content every week. Thanks so much. I'll chat to you next time.